Let me tell you about a book that's been banned in some American prisons. Not because it's violent, not because it's inappropriate, because the authorities were afraid of what would happen if inmates understood it. That's how powerful this book is. The 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene. It has been on US bestseller lists for over 25 years. It sits on the shelves of CEOs, celebrities, politicians, and street hustlers alike, because it doesn't tell you how power should work. It tells you how it actually does. And once you see it, you can never unsee it. You'll recognize these laws in your office, in your relationships, in the news. You'll understand why certain people always seem to win, and why others, no matter how hard they work, always seem to lose. And your English is getting sharper, more sophisticated, and more powerful the whole time. Let's get into it. Law 1. Never outshine the master. Here's how this plays out in real life. You're brilliant. You work hard. You have great ideas, so you share them loudly. You outperform. You make your boss look ordinary by comparison. And then one day, you get passed over for the promotion. Or worse, you get quietly pushed out. Greene says, people in power have fragile egos. Make them feel superior and they will trust you, promote you, protect you. Make them feel threatened and they will destroy you, without even admitting that's why. This doesn't mean be mediocre. It means be strategic about how and when you shine. Make your wins feel like your boss's wins. Let them take credit sometimes. Give them the glory, you keep the power. The most dangerous person in the room is the one who doesn't need the spotlight. This one makes people uncomfortable. Good. Greene says never trust anyone completely, but learn to appear trustworthy yourself. Now, this isn't about being paranoid. It's about being clear-eyed. Everyone operates from their own self-interest, even people who love you. That doesn't make them bad, it makes them human. The danger comes when you project your own loyalty onto others and assume they feel the same. History is full of people who were betrayed by the person they trusted most, not because that person was evil, but because circumstances changed, interests shifted, and loyalty followed. The lesson? Build relationships, value people, show up for them, but never put yourself in a position where one person's betrayal can destroy you. Always have options. Always have alternatives. Always protect your position. The most vulnerable people aren't the ones who trust no one. They're the ones who trust one person with everything. Law 3 is one of the most practical in the entire book. Conceal your intentions. Most people telegraph exactly what they want. They talk about their plans before executing them. They reveal their goals in casual conversation. They show excitement before the deal is closed. And every time they do, they give the other person a chance to prepare, to block, to compete, to undercut. Greene says keep your cards close. Share your results, not your plans. Be friendly, be open, be warm, but about the things that don't matter. The things that do matter, guard them like your life depends on it. Because in business, in negotiation, in competition, it kind of does. The person who knows more than they reveal always has the advantage. Be that person. This law has made more people powerful than almost any other. Always say less than necessary. Think about the most powerful people you've ever encountered. They don't ramble, they don't over-explain, they don't fill silence with nervous words. They speak, then they stop, and they let the silence work for them. Here's the psychology. When you talk too much, you reveal too much. You show your reasoning, your doubts, your need for approval. And the more you explain yourself, the more ordinary you seem. But when you say less, people lean in. They wonder what you're thinking. They assign you more depth, more intelligence, more authority. In negotiations, silence is power. After you name your price, stop talking. The first person to speak loses. In meetings, one strong point lands harder than 10 mediocre ones. Speak with weight. Say less, mean more. Your reputation is the most valuable thing you own. More valuable than your skills, more valuable than your network, because your reputation precedes you into every room you haven't entered yet. Greene says reputation is the cornerstone of power. With it, you accomplish great things effortlessly. Without it, everything is a battle. So guard it, actively, relentlessly. When someone attacks your reputation, respond immediately and decisively. Don't ignore it hoping it will go away. It won't. But also build it intentionally. What is the one quality you want to be known for? Reliability, brilliance, boldness, integrity. Every action you take either adds to that reputation or subtracts from it. Most people let their reputation happen to them. Powerful people build their reputation on purpose. Know the story you want people to tell about you, then become it. This law sounds simple and hits hard. The more you are seen and heard, the more common you appear. And what is common is not respected. Think about it. The person who responds to every message instantly, who is always available, who never says no. Do you respect them more or less? Compare that to the person who is hard to reach, who doesn't need your attention, who chooses when to appear. Their presence means something because their absence is real. Greene says, create value through scarcity. You don't have to be rude or cold, but you do have to be selective with your time, your attention, your presence. The person who is everywhere is taken for granted. The person who is rarely seen is talked about. Make yourself worth missing. Here's what I want you to take from today. The 48 Laws of Power is not a manual for becoming evil. It's a manual for becoming awake. Awake to how power actually moves in the real world, in offices, in relationships, in social situations. The laws Greene describes are already being used around you. The only question is whether you understand them or not. Knowledge isn't manipulation. Knowledge is protection. When you understand how power works, you stop being a pawn in other people's games, and you start playing your own. Subscribe to Luminae Minds for a new book every week. Real ideas, real English, real power. Thanks for watching. Now go play the game with your eyes open. I'll catch you in the next one.